India badminton stars will be in action in the women's singles event after the women's doubles as PV Sindhu takes on Laura Sirisi of Hungary in her first pool game at the Rio 2016 Olympics. Sindhu will be playing her first Olympics and will like to begin with a win at the Games. She is seeded 12th at the Olympics and will be looking to do justice to her seed. India had a bad start to their badminton campaign as the women's doubles pair of Jwalagada and Ashwini Ponnappa lost their opening group match against Japan's Misaki Matsutomo, Ayaka Takahashi 15-21, 10-21 in just 38 minutes. Later, India's top-seeded player at the Rio Games, Sindhu will be in action in her first match of the pool game. Live updates badminton. PV Sindhu vs Laura Sirisi 1956 hours IST, PV Sindhu on match point now. Clear domination from the Indian as she allows only 9 points 1950 hours IST, PV Sindhu close to winning this one easily. She has not allowed her opponent to score after the first 8 points 1948 hours IST, Sindhu opening up the lead here. After some tight point early she is dominating the set again. She lead 11-6 1945 hours IST, match tied 4-4 at this moment in the second set. This is better from Sirisi. Keeping Sindhu on her toes 1944 hours IST, couple of good points from the Hungarian. She is testing Sindhu in this set but it is still a long way for her 1942 hours IST, start of the second set here. Sindhu will receive the first serve. But Sirisi wins the first point 1941 hours IST, PV Sindhu with a beautiful score drop close to the net and that gives her game point. Good game for the Indian so far 1937 hours IST, Sindhu is feeling no pressure in this set. An easy rally that she is able to finish with a good smash 1935 hours IST, PV Sindhu with another smash on the left side and her opponent has no answer to it. At the halfway mark in first set, Sindhu 11-4 1930 hours IST, domination from PV Sindhu. She is up 8-4 against her opponent. Some good long shot 1925 hours IST, PV Sindhu is on the court for her match against Laura Sirisi. Sindhu ready to stoop and conquer at Rio Games 2016. It's the sort of physique that the Chinese have gone hunting for, hoping that badminton skills can be drummed into those long arms or legs. As afterthoughts almost. They put a lot of store on their women shuttlers being tall and rangy, and getting those steep smashes going to cap swift rallies. It's a perennial search to find the next Zhang Ning, Xi Jingfeng or at least a Yan Wang. In India, PV Sindhu armed with just those attacking strokes, knows she is blessed. She is tall. But her opponents love exploiting the double edges of this sword to scythe through her game. On the circuit, her rivals revel in making the 5 feet 10 inches girl bend. Heading into her maiden Olympics, the 20-year-old Hyderabadi is determined when she says she will now bow to the onslaught, even if it means she needs to learn and relearn how to bend. It was picking of those drop shots that tease her the most. Those that demand as she contort her spine and bend across her body. Toughest for the tall shuttlers. It's an area she's putting in maximum effort into. I have been doing more of downward stroke, countering. Because against players who are tall opponents, don't give chances to attack. They keep you more in defense. There are advantages as well as disadvantages with being tall. One thing, advantage, is the better reach, but they make you bend a lot more, she says. Saina seeded 5th, Sindhu gets 9th seed. The draws for the badminton event for Rio 2016 Olympics were announced on Tuesday and there is some happy news for India. The Indian players for badminton have got a rather easy grouping for the competition. In the women's singles, India's star player Saina Nehwal has been placed in Group G and seeded 5th for the competition. She will have Maria Alitina and Lovni Vicente as her competition in the group. The other player for India in the women's draw, PV Sindhu, has been drawn in Group M and she has been given the seed 9th. She will be up against Michelle Lee and Laura Sirisi in the group stage. In the men's singles competition, India's only entry in the competiton, K. Srikanth, has been seeded 9th for the tournament. The player has been slotted in Group H with Marie Hurskainen of Sweden and Lino Munoz. India's another entry in women's doubles, Jwalagada and Ashwini Ponnappa, are in Group A. This means that they will compete against top seeds Matsutomo Takahashi of Japan, Muskens Peak and Pisa Pajiraku Estaratanachai. PV Sindhu profile, women's singles badminton. PV Sindhu 21. Pusarlavenkata Sindhu represents India in badminton at the highest level. The 21-year-old Hyderabad girl trains at Gopichand's Badminton Academy in Hyderabad. Born on July 5, 1995, the young shuttler has attained the highest career rankings of 9 that she achieved in 2014. Presently she is ranked 10th. She belongs to a family of volleyball players as her parents play the game on professional level. Sindhu started playing badminton at the age of 8. She was a team member of the Indian squad in Uber Cup in 2010. Career highlights. In 2014, PV Sindhu reached the semi-final stage of Glasgow Commonwealth Games in the women's singles competition. In 2015, playing at the Denmark Open, Sindhu reached to her maiden final of a Super Series event. Earlier in 2016, Sindhu won the Malaysia Masters Grand Prix Gold Women's Singles title.